What if I told you that one of the most powerful things you can do for your energy, your strength, and your sleep tonight costs almost nothing and takes less than 30 seconds? Most people over 50 are doing everything right, eating clean, staying active, drinking water, and still waking up exhausted, feeling weaker than they used to, and wondering why their body just doesn't respond the way it once did. The answer might not be about what you're doing. It might be about what you're missing, and tonight, we're going to fix that. Welcome back to BioWell Hub, the channel dedicated to helping you live stronger, sharper, and healthier after 50. Today, we're talking about one specific vitamin that, when taken at the right time and in the right way, can transform how you feel from the inside out. We're talking about potency, we're talking about vigor, and we're talking about the kind of deep, restorative sleep your body has been craving for years. If you've been waking up at 3 in the morning, dragging yourself through the afternoon, or noticing that your drive and energy just aren't what they used to be, stay with me. This one could change everything. Let's start with what actually happens to your body after 50. Your hormones shift, your metabolism slows, your ability to absorb nutrients from food decreases significantly. In fact, research shows that people over 50 absorb certain critical vitamins at roughly half the rate they did in their 20s and 30s. That means, even if you're eating a perfectly balanced diet, your cells may still be running on empty. And when your cells are depleted, everything suffers. Your muscles feel weaker, your mind feels foggy, your libido drops, your sleep becomes shallow and fragmented. You wake up tired no matter how many hours you spent in bed. This is not just aging. This is a correctable deficiency. The vitamin we're talking about today is magnesium. Now, before you skip ahead thinking you've heard this before, I want you to hear the full picture, because most people have no idea how deeply magnesium controls the systems that determine how energized, how strong, and how well rested you actually feel. This isn't just a sleep supplement. This is a master mineral that regulates over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. 300. And after the age of 50, your body's ability to retain magnesium drops dramatically, while your need for it increases. That gap is exactly where the problem lives. Here's what magnesium does for potency. Testosterone production, in both men and women, is directly tied to magnesium levels. Studies have shown that men with higher magnesium levels consistently have higher free testosterone, which is the kind your body can actually use. Free testosterone is what drives strength, confidence, and sexual vitality. When magnesium is low, your body struggles to produce and maintain healthy testosterone levels. That's not a coincidence. That's biochemistry. Supplementing with the right form of magnesium at night gives your body the raw material it needs to support hormonal health while you sleep, when hormone production is at its peak. Now let's talk about vigor and physical performance. If you've noticed that your workouts feel harder, your recovery takes longer, and your muscles feel tight or cramped more often than before, magnesium deficiency is almost certainly playing a role. Magnesium is essential for muscle contraction and relaxation. Without enough of it, your muscles stay in a state of low-grade tension. Your energy production at the cellular level also depends on magnesium because it activates ATP, which is literally the fuel your cells run on. Low magnesium means low cellular energy. It's that simple. People who correct their magnesium deficiency often describe it as finally getting their engine back. More stamina, faster recovery, less fatigue, and a sense of physical aliveness they hadn't felt in years. And then there's sleep. This is where magnesium truly shines for people over 50. Magnesium activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the part of your nervous system responsible for rest and recovery. It regulates melatonin, the hormone that controls your sleep-wake cycle. It also increases GABA activity in the brain, which is a neurotransmitter that quiets mental chatter and signals to your nervous system that it's safe to fully let go. When GABA is low and magnesium is depleted, your brain stays in a low-level alert state even when you're physically in bed. That's why so many people over 50 lie awake with racing thoughts or fall asleep easily, but wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning unable to get back to sleep. Taking magnesium at night directly addresses this. Many people report falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up feeling genuinely refreshed within just a few days of consistent use. Now, the form matters enormously. Not all magnesium is created equal. Magnesium oxide, which is the cheapest and most common form found in bargain supplements, has very poor absorption. The forms you want are magnesium glycinate, which is the most bioavailable and the gentlest on the stomach, or magnesium L-threonate, which is especially effective for brain and nervous system support. A dose of 300 to 400 milligrams taken 30 to 60 minutes before bed is where most research points for adults over 50. Always check with your doctor before starting any new supplement, especially if you're on medications, as magnesium can interact with certain drugs, including some antibiotics and blood pressure medications. One small change, taken consistently at the right time of night, can shift your hormonal health, your physical energy, and your sleep quality in ways you haven't experienced in years. Your body is not broken, it is depleted, and now you know exactly what to do about it. Thank you so much for watching BioWell Hub. If this video gave you something valuable, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below telling me how magnesium has worked for you, or if you're trying it for the first time tonight. Your body deserves to feel powerful at every age. We'll see you in the next one.